Session 24, Python and CSV Files Part 3. In the previous session, you learned how to read records from CSV file into a Python program. In this session, you will be learning how to write records from Python program into a CSV file. To write records in a CSV file from Python program, use csv.writer function. The syntax of writer function is csv.writer within parenthesis file object, delimiter, format parameters, where delimiter and format parameters are optional. Writing records into a CSV file from Python program. I have taken a list which contains data. I want to write the contents of this list into a CSV file named sample.csv. In this list, the first element, fruit, quantity, will be the first record in sample.csv. Apple, 12 will be the second record, and so on. Now let us take a look at the program. First, you have to import CSV module. Next, you supply the list which contains the data. Then open sample.csv in writing mode. Next, rows is equal to csv.writer f. So you have to use the writer function, the syntax of which we saw in the beginning. Here f is the file object. To write the records into CSV file, you use the writeRows function. Rows.writeRows list. Here list is the list which contains the data. Finally, you close the CSV file by giving f.close. After executing the program, when I open sample.csv in Notepad, I can see that the data in the list are written to the CSV file in this manner. Writing records into a CSV file with custom delimiters. I take the same list of data. Now I want to write the contents of this list into sample.csv with custom delimiters. You know that comma is the default delimiter. I want to write the records with fields separated by some other delimiter other than comma. That is called as custom delimiter. To do that, in the writer function of CSV, you use the additional parameter delimiter is equal to pipe, which means I want to separate the fields with pipe symbol. Now take a look at the contents of sample.csv. You can see that each of the fields are separated by pipe. Writing records into a CSV file with fields enclosed in double quotes. Again, I take the same list. Now I want to write the contents of this list into sample.csv with fields enclosed in double quotes. For that purpose, in the writer function of CSV, I use the parameter quoting is equal to CSV dot quote underscore all. So quote underscore all must be in uppercase. Now take a look at the contents of sample.csv in Notepad. You can see that each of the fields are enclosed within double quotes. Writing records into a CSV file with fields enclosed in any character of your choice. Again, we take the same list. I want to write the contents of this list into sample.csv with fields enclosed within any character of my choice. The meaning of this is, instead of double quotes, if I want to enclose the fields within some other character, how to do it? For that, in the writer function of CSV, you use the parameter quote char is equal to hash, comma, quoting is equal to CSV dot quote underscore all. Which means here I want to enclose the fields within hash symbol. Now take a look at the contents of sample.csv. You can see that each of the fields are enclosed within hash. The same can be achieved by using the register dialect function of CSV module. So by writing CSV dot register underscore dialect within parenthesis D, where D is a name for the dialect, comma, quote char is equal to hash, comma, quoting is equal to CSV dot quote underscore all. Since I have supplied the parameters quote char and quoting in register dialect function itself, I can remove these parameters from the writer function and replace with dialect is equal to D, where D is the name of the dialect. Writing records into a CSV file, leaving a line in between the records. I take the same list. I want to write the contents of this list into sample.csv, leaving a line in between the records. For this, I have used the line terminator parameter in the writer function. Line terminator is equal to new line. That is, I have given the escape sequence new line twice. Why should we give new line twice? You can see from the contents of sample.csv. You can see that each of the records are separated by a blank line. If I had given only once, that is new line only once, the records will be one in each line without any blank lines. Writing records in a list of dictionaries into a CSV file. What is a list of dictionaries? Take a look at this list. The first element, fruit colon apple, comma, quantity colon 12, is enclosed within curly brackets. This is a dictionary. Recall that a dictionary is made up of elements in the form of key, colon, value, pairs. So, fruit is the key, colon, and apple is its value. Similarly, quantity is the key, colon, 12 is its value. The second element, fruit colon mango, comma, quantity colon 8 is another dictionary. Similarly, fruit colon banana, comma, quantity colon 7 is also a dictionary. So I have taken 3 dictionaries and enclosed within square brackets. So that now I have a list of dictionaries. I want to write the contents of this list of dictionaries into sample.csv. For this, first of all, you take a list in which you store the dictionary keys. Here, fruit and quantity are the keys which I store in the variable header. After opening sample.csv in writing mode, I give the statement w is equal to csv.dictwriter f, field name is equal to header. Here I have used the dictwriter function instead of writer function because I want to write dictionaries into the CSV file. That is, my data is in the form of dictionaries. So when you want to write data which is in dictionaries into CSV file, you have to use the dictwriter function of CSV module. Here the additional parameter field name is equal to header will store the dictionary keys. The next statement w.writeHeader. In this, the writeHeader function will write the dictionary keys into the CSV file. So you can see the contents of CSV, sample.csv. Here the values in header, which are the field names, are written as the first record or the heading line. The next statement w.writeRowsList will write the contents of list, that is the values corresponding to the keys. So sample.csv file is created from a list of dictionaries. Difference between Excel sheets, that is XLS format, and comma separated values, CSV format. Excel is a binary file that holds information about all the worksheets in a file, including both content and formatting. CSV format is a plain text format with a series of values separated by comma. The second difference, one can read or write an XLS file only by applications that support this format. CSV file can be opened with any text editor in Windows like Notepad, MS Excel, OpenOffice, etc. Excel is a spreadsheet that saves files with extension .xls or .xlsx. CSV is a text format that saves files with extension .csv. The last difference, Excel consumes more memory while importing data. CSV files consume less memory and is much faster while importing data. That's all for today. Thank you.